I am just now getting to the shop. It is about 9:30. I spent the first part of my morning at the hardware store getting another set of shelves to clean up some of this mess we have back here on the back wall. I've got too much inventory now that we're storing the rocket parts separately and we're trying to print those in bulk. I needed to add another shelf. I think my plan is to keep rocket parts and anything that deals with Marimo Labs on one set of shelves by itself, put all of the barbell parts on a shelf by itself, and any minis or mystery box items that I've printed as well on their own shelf. So that will put us at 3 shelves. And then as each set of items grows and expands, I'll add an extra set of shelves for that set of items. So the first part of the morning, we're gonna build these shelves. We're gonna reconfigure the inventory, and then we got some nameplate stuff. We got some packaging. We'll run the printers. We got a full day ahead of us, but we gotta knock this out real quick. Oh yeah, and the main plan for the day is to move the Prusa XL home. So that is why I brought all of the barbell parts here. I have 2 giant boxes of barbell parts that I'm going to transition to here. All of the shipping and packaging will now be done from this location. So now is time to unbox and set up this. It shouldn't take long. We've done it 2 times in the past. Now we've got it. I kind of want it to be the same as those though. Done with the shelf. Now I'm gonna clean up the floor and then move on, hopefully. All right, we'll just set it here for now, just to continue the trend along this wall. But I don't think I'm gonna keep all of this here. I just don't know yet where I wanna put it. I have so much space, but I can't figure out how I want to use it yet. So we'll just keep going in this direction and then make a change when we have to make a change. But for now, this is working, I guess, fine. I bought this bistro table, but it's kind of wobbly and I don't really use it all that much. So I'm just going to use it over here in the corner instead. Give this cute little guy a platform to stand on. It's good enough for now, and I'll slowly add more stuff to it as I grow the space, but that will work. Ooh, I can put one of Fulv's hot air balloons over there. Now this corner is coming to life. All right, so right now I have all of the barbell parts down here on this shelf. So I guess I'm just gonna keep everything here and then just move all of this over there. And you guys did email me about some clips for these boxes. I did read those emails, I just haven't gotten to them yet, but I will because that is a really cool idea. And right now I'm not really using all of these minis. They're just kind of being stored here until my booth setup in July. And then after that I can see, do I like doing booth setups? Do I like keeping all of this extra inventory for things like that? And then after that we will reassess. But for now we kind of got to keep all of this random mystery box inventory. That will work for now. The plan was just to get all of the barbell stuff over here and off of the blue table at home because we actually are taking the Prusa XL home. But I'm pretty happy with the shelves. I think this is going to give me some space to expand, which is what I was hoping for. All right, now we've got a good looking set of shelves. I like the way it's set up. We've got the Mini RX inventory, we've got Rocket inventory, or Marimo Labs in general, and then Minis, mystery box. I think this is gonna be a good setup, and I'm excited to expand on this. So now I need to package something, but first I had to get my computer out of the printer room. I only have 1 nameplate to ship out today, and it's actually from a repeat customer. If you're Paige and you ordered Miss Potter, thank you for the order. You've ordered many nameplates for me and I appreciate you, but I don't know if you're from YouTube or just from Etsy. I've decided I'm doing all of my packaging here now, which might be a bit inconvenient for the time being since I print nameplates at home, I print some barbell parts at home, but it's just gonna handle the flow better if I just know all of my boxes are here, all of my packaging materials are here. If I print something at home, I put it in a box and I bring it here and then I handle packaging here. Because the post office is very, very close to here, and it makes more sense to just do it here while I'm here, and then go home and handle printing and videos and everything else I have going on. All right, a quick hit. I got my new mini torch. This one's the blue variety, and the first time I brought it here, I did not bring any extra butane, and I didn't know it didn't ship without butane, and so it didn't work, but now it works. And boy, does it blast the hairs right off of these things. And I always make sure I give black nameplates especially a good quick blast, because hairs on black show up so strong and I don't like it. But a quick hit and all of the hairs are gone and it looks very nice. Okay, done with that. Let's check on the printers and then load the printer in the car, and then we are ready to go home. These are my last two, well, no, I have some that are built out there. Last two unbuilt, I guess, cardboard containers. So I'm gonna have to order another pack of these. Bunch of rocket parts and some pegs for the rockets. Now I'm just going to be figuring out what I need to run on the printers. There's quite a bit of the orange PETG over there, so I need to kind of run through that. I don't really want to save it for anything else, so I'm going to find some rocket parts that need to be printed in orange so that I can try and use that up. And then this printer, I don't know yet. While I'm thinking about what to print, I need to take off all of the supports from these cores I just printed, so I'm going to handle that while I think. Okay, that was the last one of those that I needed to do. So now let's take these to the shelves and see what we have inventoried, but I think I know what I want to print next. All right, it looks like we have plenty of rocket parts. I can assemble 15 probably and have them ready to go. I'm just waiting on boxes. So that is not something that we will do today, but I don't think I need to print any more rocket parts at the moment. I do, however, have an order for some barbell sets, or a barbell set, and it has 2 silver barbells in there. And I do have some parts printed for silver barbells. I only have one actually assembled back there. So I'm gonna run that overnight, I think. I did bring filament for that. This part of the shop hasn't really been built out yet. It's still just kind of a holding cell for later. But anyways, I brought this silver barbell filament that I'm gonna run overnight, I think. And then tomorrow I'll figure out, once I've had a bit more time to think about it, I'll figure out what I want to run tomorrow. But for now, this is the plan. Something I've been working on, which I think will be a good use of this printer tomorrow, is lighting inside the printers. I have one printer set up at home that hopefully I'll remember to show you that I've actually installed better lighting on, but it requires me to have risers on the printers. And so I need to find or print the risers I'm already using, or find another one to use to start printing on here, because those will be pretty big prints. And that's a good use of this printer. If you guys know of any good risers, I like the one that I'm using, but there might be better options. I printed it like 2 years ago, and there's been lots of time for people to come up with some better ideas. So if you have a cool riser that you think I need to print, let me know in the comments, and I'll maybe print it. And if I do, I'll be sure to shout you out. Okay, barbell filament is loaded. Now, let's get it in the computer. One more thing I need to take care of in the printer room. Over here, I keep a dehumidifier because this space is actually kind of like a basement, and so it's pretty damp. I live in a pretty humid place, and it has filled up just over the weekend. I emptied it last week, Friday, Thursday, something like that. So I need to empty this so it can keep running and keep these filaments that are out in the open free from moisture. Beautiful. It's back up and running. Now let's go put the Prusa XL in the back of the car. The other day, I finished setting up the Prusa XL. So all you guys have seen so far was me building the Prusa XL and turning it on, and it worked successfully. That was awesome. But since then, I spent another day running my first prints and getting it set up and running. So let's take a look at that while I'm moving this out to the car. Run self-tests and calibrations. So we'll see what happens after that. The printer sheet is installed. Yup, it's good to go. Cool, self-test running now. All right, so I'm trying to get it through its initial tests, and it keeps failing in the very beginning, the fan test. I don't really know what the issue is. Everything online said to just loosen that screw, which I did. I made it through the fan test, finally! So, if you run into this issue, if you have an XL, I have been at this for 30 minutes now trying to get this to pass the initial test, the fan test. It shipped to me as the settings saying I had a black fan. All I had to do was go into the settings and say that I had a silver fan, and it instantly passed the test. So, for all you out there, if you run into this issue, check that first to troubleshoot, because now it's moving and we may actually see some success. All right, it says it's time to load some filaments, so I'm gonna go grab that really fun roll that shipped with it. We've got, what was this? PLA Galaxy Black. Filament sensors calibrated. All right, well, I don't know what it's doing next, but it's still calibrating. So in the meantime, I am going to be setting up Prusa Slicer so that I am ready to print when the time comes. And if all goes well, the plan is to print a giant nameplate, because I've wanted a larger nameplate for so long, and hopefully today will be the day. Okay, it seems like everything went okay. It passed all of the tests, so I'm going to try and load some filament and see if I can print something. Oh, okay, cool. It just automatically knew I wanted to load filament when I pushed this into the tool head. That's really cool. Yay, it's coming out! I'm gonna purge just a little more. It's working! Filament is loaded. Okay, now let's see how it works to send a print from the computer. And this is pretty cool. So I pulled just a random nameplate into the slicer and put it on the plate, and look how small that is compared to the size of this build plate. I'm gonna print it as large as I can get it. This is not my name, this is just a random nameplate that I sold. And we'll see how this does. I need to see the first layer go down, of course. All right, I think I'm ready to send the first print. It says that it is 340 long, which is crazy, millimeters long. Normally I run them at 245, so we got an extra 100 on there, which is gonna be awesome. And I don't really have any of my settings really set up in here. I've still got a lot to learn, but it's similar. Prusa Slicer is definitely similar. Slicing, I bet it's gonna take way longer than I'm expecting, but we will see. Can I guess before it's done? I'm gonna guess 12 hours. That seems like a really long time. And it stinks that it's gonna print with black filament, because all we're gonna get to see before I have to leave, because I only have 15 minutes, all we're gonna see is the first layer go down, and you're not gonna be able to see that much with black filament. Let's see, only 6 hours. That's way faster than I thought it was gonna be. That's amazing. Okay, how do I send? Oh, send to connect. Okay, I am just gonna put this on the USB and figure this out later, because I'm out of time and I need to get this going. Ugh, okay, and then we put it in here. Okay, I think we're printing. Hopefully. I don't know if it's gonna be successful or not, but I've hit go and I have 5 minutes to see a first layer go down, and if not, we'll troubleshoot another day, because I don't have very long left. All right, so it looks like it still has another minute of doing something, heating up, preparing itself to run. I don't really have another minute to wait and see what happens here, so we're kind of just gonna cross our fingers and hope everything turns out okay. I don't usually do things that way, but we've run out of time, and that's just the way things are. And I'll make sure the finished result of this is somewhere in this video for you guys to see, but for me, it will not happen until tomorrow morning. It worked! Oh my goodness, and I could have gone bigger. It looks amazing! Now I just gotta get it off and see how it compares to a normal size nameplate. Oh my goodness, it's so big! Oh, and it feels so cool! The back being on this smooth plate feels amazing. I would even do that as a front face now. I love it. Okay, so here is the giant size, which honestly could be even bigger. I just need to stretch it a little more. And then this one is my normal size. So way, way bigger. This is so exciting. I can't wait to see what I can come up with on this giant printer. The reason I want to move it home, I like having it here at the shop, but it being so large and single color, it is going to use either a lot of filament, so I would need to be here to change the roll of filament, or since it's single color, I would need to set the pauses, change the filament, and rerun the printer. And I'm not here much, I'm only here in the mornings, and so that would really slow down the amount of time I get to use it, and it would also probably add a bunch of lines and defects in the prints, having it sit and paused overnight or for hours at a time when I'm not here to use it. So I want to use this more. I have some cool ideas for some large nameplates, but I can't do that here. So I'm ready to bring it home so that I can use it there more often. So we're gonna get it loaded into the car. I really wish I didn't have to do this because I just feel like the more times I move it around, the better chance it has of something messing up and not working. But hopefully this is the last time that we will have to move it. Hopefully, but let's just do it, I guess. I'm gonna move it to the door on this table. I could carry it, but I moved it over here on this table, but I don't love having this table over here. I really liked having it over there. It was nice to come in and put my things on, or when I packaged something, put the packages on the table ready to go out the door. So I liked the table over there. I'm gonna slide it back over there anyways. And now, out the door, hopefully, we go. I got it safely in the car. I'm not worried about it. It's supported by other things in the car, but we're ready to take that home. We have one more thing to do here, actually, though. I just need to get all of the tools that are supposed to go with it. I don't want to leave anything behind that I might need at home and set me back another day. The last thing I need to do, well, I thought it was the last thing, and I went and grabbed my phone, and we just got an order for 3 non-printed parts kits for the rockets. So I'm actually gonna get those packaged since I'm still here, and I might as well and get them out the door. But what I came over here for is this. This is the Bearded Printer's floppy waffle. It's amazing. It's larger than his normal floppies, but it's equally as fun. And he gave you some syrup. I made mine this purple sparkly Zyro. I can show you the filament when I get home, but I don't remember which exactly one it was, but I love this. And I printed a butter slab too. He also has a cream version. I think that's all, but some syrup and some butter. And my purpose, I want to take a picture of it and post the make. I didn't know how important makes were for creators on things. So last week, I made my cactus container, and I ended up winning the weekly contest on things, which is awesome. Thank you to you guys for downloading, liking, making, everything. But I was watching Pezliz on Twitch. If you've not watched her stream, I'll have it linked. Go follow. But she was talking about how her community picks a model, and it happened to be Bearded Printer's floppy cookie. and they all make the floppy cookie and they post their makes on things. And I thought that was a really cool idea, and it made me think that I have not been posting my makes on things. I make so many different things from things, and so I want to start supporting the creators more, and I want to post my makes. So today we are going to be taking a picture of this floppy waffle that I printed from the bearded printer, and we are going to get that make posted. So if you guys see it, go like it. Perfect! It's down. Now that I have this in place, I'm going to take my picture really quick and post my make on things. All right. That picture has been taken. Let me grab my computer and post that make really fast. So what I need to do to get my picture to the computer is I need to upload it to my Google Drive. So I use Dropbox for files for printing, and I use Google Drive for media, videos, things like that. My make has been posted for the bearded printer's floppy waffle, and I'm very proud of it. Prepare to see more makes from me in the future, because I mean, my name is Macy Makes, and I haven't been posting my makes, so we're gonna get on it. We're gonna do better. But that is finally, that's it. That's all we had to do at the shop today. Make is posted. The shelves are stocked. Printers are running. Packages, we have a package. I forgot. We got to package one more thing, and then we're out of here. They ordered 3 of these, and we need 3 of these as well. Super easy. I love having things in stock on the shelves. Oh, gotta plug it in. Oh, and it just goes. Crazy. I sent it from the printer, forgot to plug it in, plugged it in, and it just printed automatically. I thought I would have to send it again. That's incredible. We're done. We're actually done now. So I'm taking these to the post office, this and the nameplate I packaged earlier. And I will see you guys at home as we are bringing in the Prusa, and we are getting that set up at home this afternoon. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go. I made it home, and we still have about 30-45 minutes until Henry gets here, and I have to pause for a quick lunch break. But the printer, I think it got here safe. I believe so at least, but only time will tell. So we need to bring it in, but before we do, back here, there is a lot of things still that need to be moved out of the way, because I think this is where I want to put it for now. And if this doesn't work out or it's too weird here, I'll find a new space for it. But to be able to bring it in, I have so much stuff here that needs to be moved. And so that is task number 1, clean off the table and bring in the printer so that we can get to work printing all the fun things. My plan for it right now is to print more large nameplates like I did this one. And I want to be able to list on Etsy my large nameplates, large version of my nameplates. But that's the plan for the short term. Clear the table, bring the printer in, and get it running with a new nameplate so I can get an Etsy listing up. I finished printing all of the beads. So in here are all of the beads for the bead project. Whenever I get to that project, the beads are ready to go. But they are in the way, and so I need to move them. And some of this stuff will go back to the car because it's things that I need to take over to the shop from here, like the rest of these barbell parts. All of my 3D gloop is important. I need to keep that, of course. We'll put it there for now. And then back here is more bearded printer fun. I've got a bunch of floppy hearts that I need to give to my mother. She loves the floppy hearts. They are very fun. And then I still have his house, cute cottage that I have not finished building, and I'm in the process of working on this ukulele that actually he told me about. This is kind of like a bearded printer corner, but soon it will be an XL corner. Okay, I believe that is enough space now to bring it in. Whew. We did it. It's at least in the building. And so now I just need to figure out how to get it turned around. It kind of fits perfectly right with this shelf, so I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, it's in place. I like where it's at. I think it is a good size for this spot. I can still load and unload the filament. Now I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna plug it in. And I think the cable is still in the car. But we'll get it plugged in, and hopefully we'll get it through all of its calibrations, and it'll be ready to run its next nameplate. Beautiful, it's on. Let me get it started on its calibrations, and then while it's going through all of that, I'll straighten up in here a little bit. I'm so glad it's home. Now I just gotta get it printing. Continue. All right, there. We're gonna let it run through its tests, and then once it's calibrated to its new spot, we'll run that next nameplate. Whew, what a morning already. I'm on the last step, and I've pretty much gotten everything straightened up in here that I need to. It is just calibrating the filament sensors, but everything else is passed, and so I should be ready to send my nameplate to the XL so I can have a, My sister's actually a teacher. I'll print my sister's name and give that to her, because I don't really have a reason to have my name large. Got it. That's what we're gonna do. Remove filament to finish. Oh, filament sensors calibrated. Continue running calibration and test. The final test is underway. Let me put my Prusa filament on the shelf. And I left the other box of filament at the shop still, so I'll have to bring that home. But those aren't colors I would use for nameplates anyways. Those will just be fun filaments for whatever projects I can come up with. So while this is finishing its calibration, we have about 10 minutes left before lunchtime. I do have a bookmark order I need to handle. It's for these skull bookmarks. And it's for a large and a small, and right now, at least down here, I only have 3 small ones, so I need to print the large variety. So I can go ahead and get these loaded into the printer, and those can be printing while I'm at lunch. I also got an order from one of you guys, thank you very much, for my cactus. They wanted a physical print shipped to them of my cactus. It is not online anywhere. They just reached out to me and asked if they could buy it. So I need to finish up the eyes and the mouth and get it glued together and ready to ship to them. And I also have a custom order for this same person that I need to handle as well this afternoon. So a couple things that need to run, some design work in the computer, but for now we're gonna load the bookmarks and then we're gonna go to lunch. Ooh, and this is the filament that I loaded, or that I talked about earlier, that I printed the syrup for the Bearded Printer's floppy waffle. This one here. It is gorgeous. I love this filament. It is Zyro Gradient Twinkling Galaxy. Big fan of this one. Okay, so I need some black filament. We'll use Overture Black. Well, that's not a good noise. Okay, it went better. We need, it's not that tan. It's an Overture tan filament that I don't have a lot left of, but I gotta find it. And some Overture white. I'll load the pink here for the cactus pieces, and then this already has black. So that'll be good to go. Okay, so all of the printers are loaded. The XL has finished calibrating. It is 12:10. My son will be here in 5 minutes. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and I'll see you this afternoon. We have lots of work still to do. I am back from lunch. I drew the nameplate that I'm ready to send to the printer finally. I've loaded it onto the USB that was included with the printer. I have it connected to the Prusa Connect, but I haven't run a print using that yet. If you guys use Prusa Connect, let me know in the comments if there's anything I need to know. I've connected it to Prusa Connect, but I did not send it yet. I just decided the USB would be safer for this one, and I don't think I've loaded the filament completely yet, so that is the next thing that I need to do. I couldn't get the purple filament to load, so we are going to try again with blue filament. Still Overture. But what's so weird is I just stuck a little tiny piece of this Elegoo in there, and it fed just fine into the extruder, so I don't know what the deal was. Let me try this again. There we go. This one's loading now. Let's see what happens now. Hopefully, because I've got this print ready to go, and then we need to run some mystery box items, and we need to work on that custom order. Those are the two things that I'm going to be doing the rest of the day. Purging, it's working! Yay, that worked. I'm gonna purge just a little more. That's a good looking purge if I've ever seen one. And we are off. I will update you guys as things happen, but a large nameplate is hopefully gonna be printed, and then we will be able to get the large nameplate Etsy listing up on Etsy. I've always wanted to do a large nameplate listing on Etsy. I just think the normal size nameplate is not quite large enough. And with this, I mean, you put that on a shelf, now that's a nameplate. So I'm pretty excited about the possibilities for that. I have some other ideas for the large printer as well, but large nameplates is definitely the main reason I'm wanting this. Okay, that's gonna be running. Might be a bit loud, which is why I haven't had printers in this room before. But that's okay, we're heading into the printer room anyways because we need to start loading filament for some mystery box items. So I need a lot of orange, which I have Elegoo orange, I have Overture orange. I'm probably gonna go with Elegoo orange. I already have black and white, so that one is done. I also need a blue and a yellow. So I'll use Elegoo yellow. I don't like any of those blues. Ooh, I'll go with this one. These two, blue and yellow, and I also need another black and white, which is already in there. I keep that next to the printers. And I'm not telling you exactly what I'm printing. They are by 3D Gob, but you guys got mad at me last time when I told you what I was going to be putting in the mystery boxes. And the people who got mad weren't even people who purchased a mystery box. It was just commenters. So, I'm not going to tell you this time what I'm printing, but I'm just going to tell you the colors, we're going to load them, and then that'll be that. We are ready to load some printers. And then down here was where I ran those cactus prints from lunch. And so these are done, the pink pieces and the black pieces. Okay, I just finished up loading the two printers for the mystery box. We got the orange print going, we got the blue and the yellow print going, and now I need to run some barbell parts, I guess. I've got some stuff in stock over at the shop, but there's some bits and pieces to their order that I have not gotten printed yet. So we got some mystery box prints running, we have the bookmarks going, we'll get some barbell parts, and then the rest of the evening I'm going to be working on a custom logo sign. I don't pick up many of those, but I have one in the queue that I need to handle. A blue and a white and a black and a white. Okay, nice. Sometimes I don't like opening multiples of the same color. Nameplates, for example. I will only open one color at a time until that roll is finished, for the most part. Unless I have enough orders in the queue for it to make sense to open multiple packs of filament at once. This is a scenario where I would need multiple of the same color opened at the same time. I have a brand new white going with this, a brand new white going with this, and then I have 4 printers in there that also have a white roll of filament in them as well. So I have to make sure I keep tons of white and tons of black. They all have black in them as well. And these are the 2 colors that I'll open as many as I need to open to be able to run the printers continuously, I guess. I know I'll use up the white filament, so it's not a big deal for me to open it up. And for the barbells, I'm planning to load this black and this white, and I'm gonna run through the black until there's no more black available. So it'll probably be 8 to 10 prints of these black plates, and then I'm gonna run through the same thing with the blue and the white. So it'll only create like 2.5 with the blue and the white, but I will run those until they are gone. These are the last things that I need to load into the printers, and then I'm going to be heading upstairs to run the prints, and then working on the custom logo artwork piece that I have for a customer. And then that should end the day for us. I got all the printers loaded, but before I head upstairs, I wanted to first take a look at the prints, and second, show you guys the prints. So far, so good, and I'm honestly just so happy to have this here at the house. I should have had it here the whole time, but now that it's here, I know I'm gonna use it so much, and I'm so excited for these extra large nameplates. All right, I could stand here all day and just watch it print, but I have work to do, so let's go upstairs. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys. I'm sending the prints to the printers. I'll spend the rest of the evening doing any design work, any computer work, editing, maybe a bit more filming depending on what I've got going on, but that's it. I only have about an hour and a half left of actual work time, and I'm not gonna bore you to death letting you sit here watch me work at the computer. So that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed another day in the life of my small 3D print farm. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.